So, Carl, I need you to talk to me, man. Was it smart for Lamar Jackson to turn out all that money?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you why. Because, like you said, the fully guaranteed money wasn't there. So even if he takes that contract and gets hurt, which everybody's scared of, he getting hurt now, they could cut their loss still, even though he signed that contract. So it's to me, it's like the same thing. But Baltimore, man, straight up. I know you asked me a question, but pay him. Pay this man. This is probably the best quarterback we've ever had in franchise history. I don't care what he won't do it.
I'm with that. All right. So look, I'll go second on this one. So I agree with you. I think that y'all should pay him. It's ridiculous. I mean, if like, and then if y'all franchise tag this dude, which they already said they are anticipating that he gonna get franchise tag, that would be crazy. Cause that creates bad blood within you and your quarterback. Now look, I'm gonna tell you a story. I ain't tell you this. So I met this guy right in Boston. So I live in Rhode Island. For those who don't know, I was in Boston one day and I met this guy, and he drives yachts. That's what he does for a living, right? And I told him about the show, and he was like, "Oh yeah, like I pick up players all the time, coaches, all that stuff." He said, "You know who my favorite guy is?" He said, "Steve Biscotti." He told me y'all owner was his favorite person, and then I was like, "Oh, for real?" This is like 2 months ago. I said, "You think they're gonna pay Lamar?" He said, "No, I don't think they're gonna pay Lamar." I'm like, "What?" I said, "Lamar did this, he did that, did this." He said, "Trust me, I know him. He's not gonna pay Lamar that money." Told me straight up that day. He said he's not gonna pay Lamar that money. He's not gonna set a trend to pay quarterbacks guaranteed money. That's exactly what he told me. And
He
I'm
not
like,
setting the trend though.
You said what?
He not setting the trend. The dumb Browns did.
No, the second person sets the trend. That's how it
The
works.
Browns are the second person.
So who?
Vikings, Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins had a 1-2 year deal.
No, we got two of them.
Yeah, but it was like 1 and 2 year deals, right?
No, the first one was 3 years, 84, fully guaranteed, and now he got another one.
Yeah, 84 million, bro. That's different for 200.
But that was years ago. That was like 4 or 5 years ago, I think.
Yeah. I remember that when he left us. When he left my green screen tripping, all that stuff, right? So basically, he told me that, and I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah, right. And then 2 months later, this dude still ain't paying Lamar Jackson. So I'm actually believing this dude. I'm gonna think that they're not gonna pay him, and then he gonna end up. I don't know what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna let Coach talk, and then after Coach talk, I want you to tell me if they don't pay this dude, what's gonna happen.
All right.
Go ahead, Coach.
So I've watched Lamar Jackson play football since his rookie season. I didn't watch him too much in college, but I focused on him, and I got to do everybody else when NFL games come on. And one thing is just, it's things you notice about players that guys can do and some guys just don't have the ability to. Have anybody ever noticed how well Lamar Jackson can disguise a football and mess your head up? It's almost unbelievable. Like when I say disguise, I don't know if people really mean what I mean by that. You do not realize he don't have a ball in his hand, or you don't realize he has the ball in his hand. Like, I mean, it is literally like he is playing Houdini on the football field, and he's not losing yards. He's beating you. He's beating you, period. If Lamar Jackson wants to do something on the field, he does it, period. Have I had my comments about some flat balls? Well, yeah, he was young in his career. He's still young in his career. But if you watched week 1 against the Jets, and this was probably the best environment he could have did it in, I don't even think he barely ran. I think he purposely looked at everybody who talked shit and threw the football from the pocket. I even saw a play where he dropped back and literally stepped up inside on multiple occasions in that game. I mean, it was almost like, who is this Lamar Jackson that everybody said can't throw? I've never had a problem with him throwing. My only issue is I've always said, because of the way they do the offense, it gets beat in the playoffs when you play against teams and they force him to sit in the pocket. Well, you know what he's doing for this entire year? He is forcing himself to sit in the pocket, and you can see it. He did, but you gotta think about last year. Last year was too many injuries really for him to even do that. Mm-hmm. Last year it was about Lamar. It was about what are you gonna do in this game to win this game? Hell, one game we said they carried the game, the team 8-3. It should have been 9-2. He tripped for one of the first times in his life in the game in the fourth quarter where he was supposed to win. It's a nasty little trip. And that pissed me off because he should have won that game, honestly. Okay. This man deserves every ounce of the dollars he is seeking. Why?
Right.
Because he is your entire team. You lost every single person to an ACL tear from the back of your safeties to the front of your running backs. And it was still Lamar Jackson who gave you 8-3, period. There's nothing else you can say. I don't care who it was him with baby hands, Hollywood Brown. It was all Lamar. All Lamar. I wish Bateman would have had more because this offense you see this year is going to be explosive. As a matter of fact, watching this offense this year that they should have paid this man the money that he is deserving, I believe you, Joe. Them Bengals going to fall to 9-8. I'm sorry. They are going to fall to 9-8. I do agree with you on that. After the display that I saw, there is a drop-off from that Super Bowl. Lamar ain't dropping off from nothing. He's coming back with every full force of weapons that he has, and he put it on full display. You did not pay this man. You disrespected this man, and I honestly think he needs to leave.
Yeah, if he leaves, that would be crazy.
I honestly think he needs to leave.
Car in the car, man.
Because if you're gonna sit here and play that bait game of you really waiting for him to win a Super Bowl before you pay him, that's bullshit. That really is. That's especially when 5-foot Kyler Murray can make $230. You got to be kidding me. He's way better than Kyler Murray. Better. To me, he is the number 4 quarterback on the list. He is the number 4 quarterback on the list.
Okay.
You cannot run the way he runs. You cannot pass. And he passes with everybody else, but nobody runs like him.
Hey, Kev, that switch up crazy if you know what I'm saying, with Jalen
He's
Hurts.
not indecisive in his game plan at all. He's not indecisive at all. His head is on a swivel. He actually reads the defense. He reads the defense more than I say Pat Mahomes reads the defense. The man is one of the most intelligent football players on the field, and I'm sorry, he deserves every bit of 290 for 6 years, and you couldn't give him more than $133 million. Are you serious? Are you serious? To me, all you want to do is use a black man for what he got. And if he don't give you what you want, then you can just toss him. That's all I see with this.
All right. I got to stop you because I don't think that's the Ravens' MO at all.
Not the Ravens' MO. And I hate to say that. I don't think that's the Ravens' MO either. I swear, it just feels that way. It just feels that way. This is one of the most prolific football players we have ever seen. And you can't pay him? Deshaun Watson ain't played football in a whole year, and he getting a whole guaranteed contract.
But you got to think of the organization that did that, though, too.
But I know. I understand that. I do understand that.
I'm with you. Like I said, pay that man whatever he wants, just do it. But it's you got to look at the organization, too. Like, we've never been in this scenario. Like, flat out. We've never been in this scenario. What, 26, 27 years of our franchise history? Never been put in this situation. And now, Ozzie Newsome not in that front office no more? It's Eric DeCosta, like you said, Steve Bisciotti. Ozzie is gone. I feel like if Ozzie was there, he'd be paid. He'd be good to go. But he's not. So, like I said, it's just a new situation. Hopefully, we maneuver through this the right way. I don't want to see Lamar no damn Philly green. Excuse my language, Joe. I don't want Jalen Hurts in purple. So, you can keep that, kid. But to answer your question, Joe, what would I do if Lamar leave? This purple shirt would be Honolulu blue. Go Lions.
Oh,
I watched it. Hey, look, to tell the truth, I barely watched the Ravens game Sunday. I was with my mother watching football. She a Lions fan, so I watched the Lions and Eagles. So, shoot, ain't nothing new to me to watch a Lions game.
Dang, that's a back seat right there.
I would be pissed. And I explained to y'all my theory, like I explained in the chat we have. Honestly, I think Tyler Huntley playing as good, even though Joe disagrees, as good as he did last year, kind of hurts us because I honestly think Tyler Huntley is one of the best backups in the league. People can say I'm wild and people say
I think he is. I agree with that.
I think he's one of the best backups in the league. And I think, and this is just, again, me thinking from a different perspective, as an owner's perspective, it would cost way less to keep Snoop as a starter, obviously, than it would be to pay Lamar. And then you can put that money in other positions like line, DB. I'm not going to say receiver because we've yet to do that. So running back probably. Something. They'll put that money elsewhere. And then Lamar, unfortunately, if you're thinking from a cap space, get out of here, Tomo. From a cap space, Lamar, as much as he'd be missed, They be like, look, we save the money, boom, we build up a Super Bowl roster, might have key elite guys at key positions. I don't care. I don't care about how smart you think that it is to let Lamar walk and let Snoop take the reins. No, Snoop is good. He's not Lamar. I don't care that they was friends growing up. I don't care that Snoop beat him in high school. I don't care that Snoop led Utah to a Pac-12 championship appearance but lost. I don't care. Pay Lamar what he's owed. We've never had an MVP. Lamar's done it. He was unanimous. He led the league in touchdown passes. He got us. He's good enough to get us there. Y'all know this. We know this. Pay him. He's good for the community. Look at the stuff he do for the community. Playing football with the kids. He went to go read his child's book to the kids this past weekend.
He gave out popcorn to the media today. Like, come
man,
on, man.
What? He's everything to me that you would want from a franchise quarterback, from the community to how he leads the team, to how good he is on the field, to even, the charisma he has with the media. All that is what you want.
And he has an opportunity to set the
You
trend.
want a star. You have a star.
Yeah, and he got an opportunity to make history.
Yep.
People always say about these quarterbacks, type of quarterbacks like Lamar, they don't win. One thing I like about Lamar, I told you this already. I'm pretty sure I did. And I probably said on here one time. But I like about Lamar, he always proved doubters wrong every single time. He came in as a rookie, came in back half of the season, got into the playoffs, played terrible in the playoffs. Oh, Lamar, should he be a starting quarterback? Came back next year, won MVP. Goes to the playoffs, losing the first round. He never won a playoff game. Goes to the playoffs the very next year, beat that very team that beat him the year before.
At their house.
And at their house. And then lose. And then he had the key play that run he had. He ran the ball and won a game. And then the next year, they kept saying, like last year, he can't throw. Literally the game after they said that, he had that great second half against the Colts.
37-43, 430-something yards.
So Lamar's been that's what he does. That's why I have Lamar taking an extra step in the playoffs, getting to the AFC Championship. That's what Lamar does. He always come back and do a little bit more. So, So Carl, before you get off, y'all, I got y'all winning the division. I think, Coach, who you got winning the division? Is it the Ravens? Or do you have the Bengals?
I had the Ravens. I had the Ravens winning.
You sure? I think you picked the Bengals.
I thought he picked the Bengals too. I thought me and Joe picked the Ravens, and he picked the Bengals.
Oh yeah, on that show, yeah. But I think when I sent you my my update, I think I had the Ravens and I had the Bengals behind them.
Okay, all right, yeah.
I had them with the same record at 12-5, but like I said, I agree with you, Joe. I think them Bengals gonna fall to 9-8.
You think so? One game?
That one game told me a lot.
So Carl, last word for your Ravens, man.
All right, besides pay Lamar, all right, shout out my boy J-Mo. We played the Dolphins this week, right? Just a small little story.
Oh, yeah, shout out to J-Mo. Today his birthday, too.
Oh, yeah. Shout out. Happy birthday, my dog, J-Mo. But small little story. Being as though J-Mo's a Dolphins fan, I used to joke with J-Mo all the time. Hey, look, we play the Dolphins. We about to beat y'all by 40 as we proceed to beat them by 40. This year, I'm nervous as hell. I text J-Mo, I'm like, hey, see y'all this Sunday. He said, I talked to him yesterday. I said, bro, I'm nervous. I don't know what's going to happen. I normally come in the games, this is easy. I did it last year. I think I even made the joke last year. Like, yeah, we about to beat y'all by 40, whatever. Lost the game. I was like, oh, man, I know I'm going to hear from him. I was actually supposed to be at the game due to my uncle, but I was like, I don't feel like going. So
I'm glad you didn't go.
Yeah, man, what? So, yeah, just a small little story. Ravens, Dolphins. Pay that man. Shout out Devin Duvernay, third-round pick from Texas. Finally starting to use him. I'm excited to see what we do. I'm excited to see what we do with the 2-3 tight ends we have because Nick Boyle is still Nick Boyle. A lot of people don't know who he is, but he's one of the best run-blocking tight ends, and he can actually catch the ball when thrown to him. I'm excited to see what James Prochet, Tylen Wallace do. Back end looks good. Get well soon. Kyle Fuller and Juwan James. Hopefully we can stay healthy besides them. And let's go get a Super Bowl MVP.
Okay, I like that. Super Bowl. Let's get it. All right, Carl, appreciate you, man. We'll see you next time on the key matchup. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.